she is definitely going to give birth. What comes after conception? She has to produce. She has to give birth. How is she going to feed the child? There is no source. The breasts are not even there. Even if she is going to start anything, whether it is a business, whether it is marriage, it's not all about starting, but is she able to sustain it? Can she feed what she has started? Can you feed it? Can you feed it? Can you sustain it? This is the child. This is the mother. But can you sustain that child? Understand what I'm talking about tonight. Remember, we went to a certain place because I enjoy fishing. So we booked a certain place. There is a hotel there. And there are so many options you can choose. If you want to be doing game viewing, you go out and you are just viewing the elephants and so on, lions. So we said, okay, we are going to be we'll go fishing. So what you do there is you hire the boat and you have to hire the instructor. They will not give you their boat. They will hand over their boat to their own instructor, because he knows how to navigate in the Zambezi River. So then we said, no, we can't even trust your own boat. We have our own. I said, no, I'll bring mine. And then I took my own boat. And then they said, but when it comes to the instructor, it's a must. You have to have a person that knows what he's doing. And we were forced. I never thought that would do. We didn't want to have another extra person. But they said, it is advisable, it is the most intelligent thing that you can do now. Don't go alone. Have a person who knows the areas and the kind of fish that you want to fish. Have you ever fished it before? We said, no. So you need a person who is going to train you. And because of that, we said, okay, let's have him. And it never took him time to explain. You see, even if you are a professional fisherman, you will realize that every fish requires a different method. You can be a professional in one type, but when you start fishing for another type, you need to be trained and to be instructed again, as if you're starting for the very first time. Are you following this? So we are in there. He's now giving us some lessons. Some of us, we are not even listening to what he's saying. We just want to fish. Let's fish. And then he said, this one, it is different from any type of a fish that you have caught before. This is how you go about it. And he started showing us. It never took him time. Because even before he finished showing us, we were already fishing. And then I remember we started around, I think it was 8 o'clock or somewhere there. Up to 10 o'clock, we had caught a lot of fish. So excited, we were so happy. We said to him, are you sure what you were saying was true? Are you sure this fish is difficult to catch? Look at how we are doing it. So we're catching a lot of them, big sizes, good sizes, and so on. So we're keeping them somewhere, and he said, Now, guys, I think we have to go for break. Let's go for breakfast. And we said, no, we've already had our breakfast before coming here. So if you didn't have yours, it's up to you. We can drop you somewhere. Go and have your own. And he said, no, it's not all about you having something to eat. But this kind of a fish, you don't have to keep it long. If you are fishing for the stomach, if you want to carry this fish home, we have to take them to the refrigerator right away. And we said, money, because we felt like we were in control, we were in charge, because the boat was not hired, it was our own boat. He tried everything. We wouldn't listen. We said, no, let's go ahead. We fished until evening. And by the time we arrived at the bay where you see, you have to, we just parked the boat like that. We started seeing flies coming from every direction. Even ourselves, we're not even aware. Of all the fish that we caught on that day, not even one was carried home. We had to throw away every fish. And he was there sitting, just looking at us. What am I talking about? It is one thing to know how to catch it. It's another thing to know how to keep it. If you are to only know how to catch it and you don't know how to keep it, you are out of business. So it's not all about starting a relationship with your mentor. It's also all about how to keep that relationship. Can you keep it? Can you keep that relationship? Do you have what it takes to maintain a mentor-mentee relationship? Is he not going to be disappointed? Are you not going to be disappointed? What shall we do with our little sister that is about to get married? She has some certain characters that are needed for any married woman, and yet she doesn't have all of those, and yet she's about to get married. There is a way that a married woman should behave, and we don't see any of those behaviors on her so far. So what shall we do? What shall we do? Look at this. Relationships, already we have had a lot of them before. A lot of them before. A lot of them. You have had a lot of relationships, good ones, before. And all of them are broken. Why? Because you only knew how to catch it, but you didn't know how to keep it. So we are not here now to talk about catching it again, how to catch it. No, we have to talk about how to keep it. How then do you keep it? Because there are so many people out there willing to help you, waiting for you to come. But they are looking for certain behaviors that might be missing on you. There are certain things that are expected to be found on every mentee and on every mentor. So you have to grow and you have to mature. You have to develop. Develop your vision. Develop your ear. Improve every sense that you have, your touch, your feeling, whatever it is, improve it. Before maturity, don't get into any relationship as of now. mature first, develop first, have the breast first to feed the relationship. Grow up. I know some of you might say, you see, I need a mentor so that he will help me to grow and to mature. That's okay. I'm already working on that part. Because I don't want you to keep on losing good people. All of the people that ever came into your life, they were expecting to see something. And they never found it. Now, look at the problem now. Look at the problem. What is limiting you now before you approach any person? If your sight is common, you are going to find a common mentor who is going to help you pursue your common purpose. Because imagine at your level right now where you are, having everything wrong. Not able to understand anything, and you start choosing a person to help you now.